I'm Alistair Campbell from The Rest is Politics.
Nish Kumar here from Pod Save the UK.
And Christiana Figueres from Outrage and Optimism.
Rising inequality, conflict, climate disaster, it's very hard to find reasons to be hopeful about the future.
That's why we're teaming up this September during the 80th General Assembly of the United Nations.
Along with Political Currency, Pod Save the World, The Week Junior, and more.
We'll discuss the stories that give us hope and answer the question, how does hope turn into action?
Look out for the Be Hope Takeover this September.
Nick Ferrari at breakfast. Call 0345 6060 973.
7:49. Let's go to the United States, to this service after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, which seems in part a sort of solemn memorial, but in part a joyous rally as well. Addressed by his widow, Erica.
On the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Extraordinary. But if you thought that sentiment was going to be continued, well, get ready for President Trump.
He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent, and I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica. But now Erica can talk to me and the whole group, and maybe they can convince me that that's not right, but I can't stand my opponent.
Maybe someone needed to remind him we were all there for Charlie Kirk, actually not the president. Simon Marks, LBC's Washington correspondent, joins us now. Let's talk first, Simon, about the turnout. You had the president, you had the vice president, and you had most of the senior administration, didn't you? Pretty much unrivaled turnout there. Morning to you.
Good morning to you, Nick. Absolutely unrivaled. I mean, this was an event that completely fused politics and the church, with not even a nod to the fact that in the United States there is a constitutional separation between church and state. Donald Trump's entire cabinet was there for an event that saw all sorts of speakers paying tribute to Charlie Kirk as a Christian martyr. President Trump stopped short of that formulation. He referred to his assassinated friend as a martyr for American freedom. There was lots of aggressive talk from some of the president's traditional attack dogs, people like Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, who spoke about a dragon that had been awakened by the assassin. The Secretary of War, as we must now call him, Pete Hegseth, said Charlie Kirk wore the biblical armor of the soldier. But then came that surprise announcement by Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, that she was ready to forgive Tyler Robinson, the 22-year-old accused of her husband's murder. And then, of course, as you heard, President Trump, when he spoke, disagreed with the approach that she was taking, but did invite Charlie Kirk's widow to try and come and change his mind in the months ahead.
She emerges with such credit, in my view, Simon. Obviously, I want to get your view on that. What do we know about his widow?
Well, she has described herself as being more hardline than her husband, and indeed Charlie Kirk also took that view, partly due to her very intense faith. She has a longer history of involvement in faith than her late husband did, but also because she is now clearly making it apparent that she believes that her life's mission is to continue the work of her husband. And so there is every possibility that she becomes a significant political force in her own right going ahead. She is taking the helm of that Turning Point USA organization that her husband founded, mobilizing hundreds of thousands of young voters to back Donald Trump for the presidency, not once, not twice, but now 3 times. And it seems pretty apparent that she is determined, wherever and however possible, to keep the mission that she says her husband was on, which really fuses politics and Christianity, in the forefront of the public's mind.
Simon Marks, LBC's Washington correspondent, reporting. Thanks, Simon.
I'm Alistair Campbell from The Rest is Politics.
Nish Kumar here from Pod Save the UK.
And Christiana Figueres from Outrage and Optimism.
Rising inequality, conflict, climate disaster, it's very hard to find reasons to be hopeful about the future.
That's why we're teaming up this September during the 80th General Assembly of the United Nations.
Along with Political Currency, Pod Save the World, The Week Junior, and more.
We'll discuss the stories that give us hope and answer the question, how does hope turn into action?
Look out for the Be Hope Takeover this September.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, Allbirds or Skims. Sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling, and for the shoppers buying, simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going... So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/audioboom. All lowercase. Go to shopify.com/audioboom to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/audioboom.